Hello and welcome to the new lecture. And in the first lecture, we have already discussed the concepts of percentage. In that, we have discussed the basic concepts. Right? We learned that percentage means something within 100. So now, from this lecture, we will start to solve some questions, and we will start from basic, but we will also solve the top questions in this chapter. Whatever has been asked in any examination, you will be in position to solve all those questions after watching the entire video of percentage. So let's start. So the question, it is saying that what is the 40% of what is the sorry, what is 40 kg is what percent of 160 kg. This is very simple and basic. So this is 40, and then you have to write this 160 in the base, and multiply it with 100, and it will give you how much. uh, yeah, it will give you 10 4, and then divided by 4, it's a 25%. Right? This is your answer. The next question you have, 180 is what percent of 125? So 125 will be in here base, and 180 multiply by 100, and this will give you how much? 5 times and 4 times 36, and if you multiply 36 and 4, it will give you how much? 1 1 uh, 4 4%. Yeah. The next question we have here is, this is very simple, right? This question is, this is written in the form of 1/20th and 1/40th, right? So now it is asking that what is the percentage of what 1/20th is what percent of 1/40th. So we all know that this is going to be in base, right? 140, it will be in base, and then it is asking me to compare with this, so this will be here. So whenever you see number written in this form, the first number will be multiplied with last number, and second number will be multiplied second number will be multiplied with this third number, right? So we can write like this: 40 upon 20 multiply by 100, how much it will give? 20 into 10 to 100%, and this is the answer, right? The next question, we have the same question, right? And we can also solve it in different way. For example, I can write this number like this, right? Directly I can cancel it in two times, and then in the form of ratio, if I write it, this is 2 is to 1, correct? And how can I go further? This 2 and 1, so I have to compare these two with 1. So in the base I will write 1, and here 2, and multiply by 100 to change into percentage 200%. We will also get 200% answer solving from this method, right? The next question, see here I will learn about some concept, right? So how can, what concept is that? That is very basic, but it will really solve you, it will really help you to solve so many questions. So look at this, right? So here, if you see, if you want to find percentage of some number with another number, right? So how can you do that? For example, you have two numbers, 20 and 25. You want to know this 20 is what percent of this 25, right? So how can we do that? We have learned the concept that 20 upon 25 multiply by how much? 100. Because we know that to change any number in the form of percentage, we have to multiply by 100, right? So it will give me how much? 80%, correct? This you understand. But instead of taking these two number, we have one more option, right? We have one more option, and we can also take this number, right? uh, in the simplified form. For example, this 20 and 25, we can also take the ratio of these two number. We will divide it with by 5, then in 4 times and 5 times. So if I have to change it in the form of percentage, then how much it will be? 20 is to 4, that's 80%. We have the same result. So with this, what we have learned? We have learned one concept. Instead of taking the actual number to change into percentage, we can also take the ratio of that number. So it's not that big deal, right? So for example, one more example we will see, and after that, one more example we will see, right? And that is what? And that is, for example, we have here 2000 and we have here 2500. So if we want to change it, for example, if I ask you to change it in the form of percentage, you will go from this method, 2000, 2500, then multiply by 100. That is fine, you will get the result. But in the examination, if you are doing this is going to be lot of time and calculation, and it will kill your time and productivity. So instead of doing that, you can do this. You will cancel it. We will 4 and 5, the same number we got, right? So instead of taking the percentage of these big two number, we can take percentage of this number, and the result we got is 80%. So what we learn from here, it is not necessary that we have to take the actual number to change into percentage. We can take the ratio and we will get the same result. And let me tell you, this is going to help you a lot. A lot means a lot. When you will solve the exam, when you will solve the question in the examination, the question 8, what is it saying? That this number is what percent of 0.12, right? So this is very easy, not a big deal. 2, and then here you have how much? Multiply by 100 to change into number. So if you cancel this point from here, then you have to write 3 zeros in the bottom, and if you remove this point, then you will have to write 100 in nominator. So if you cancel it, yeah, you see, yeah, these two number gone, right? This number, this zero gone, right? Now you see what you have. If you divide this 1 upon 6, it will be divided in 6 times, and now the result we got is 10 upon 6. Further, if you divide that, then you get 5 div up wait 5.3%. This is your result. In the option, in the option C, in the option B, you have, I forgot to, you know here it is option, wait, let me reduce thickness. Yeah, now it is fine. 5.3%, this is in your option, and 3.5, this is option C. So what we have got, option B is the answer. Right, the next question we have, this 80 meter is what percent of 5 kilometer? Look at it. So how you are going to change it in the form of percentage? Here you will write 80 meter. In the bottom you have to write 5 kilometer. No issue with that. You got it. But two things you have to notice here, and one is meter here, and here is kilometer. We don't have the same unit. Do we have? No, of course we don't have the same unit. In order to change, because if if the question is asking us to convert into percentage, first thing that we need to do is to change, to bring, either you change this 80 into kilometer, or you change this kilometer in the form of meter, and only then we can do that. Many students, what they do, simply they write it and then they multiply it with 100, which is incorrect, right? We need to take the same unit. So let's do that. 85 into 1000, now multiply by 100 to change into percentage. Now 88 upon 5, if you divide this, if you divide this, how much you will get? 1.6%. And which option do we have? Option number C. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Now question number 10, we have, this is the same kind of question which we solved in question number 9, right? what percent what percent sorry what percent of 3 days is 12 hours? Here we have days, and here we have hours. What percent of 3 days is 12 hours? So in this question, 12 hours and 5 hours, 3 days you have. Again, we have noticed here that we don't have the same unit. In order to change in the same unit, you will have to multiply this 3 with how much? 24. And then to change into percentage, you have to do that with 100. So now you can cancel it in 2 times, and right, and then you can divide this 2 with 100. Here you will get 50. 50 you will get here, right? Now 50 divided by 3, how much you will get? 16% you will get, and option number this. So this is written in the form of 60. There is some typing issues, right? We can write exactly like this. So yeah, this is your answer. Correct. Question number 10 here. Sorry, question number 11 here we have. Right. What is it saying? 8% of 5 liter is. You have 5 liter, 5 liter, and then it is asking the 8% of this. What will be that? Think. But if you see the option is given in the form of ml, right? So how can you do that? If you directly find the 8% of 5 liter, which will not match with your option, because in the examination you have to look at the option, which is very important, right? Correct. So look at here. So first we need to change this liter in the form of ml, and we all know that you are very intelligent student, and you know that liter 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliter ml. You understand, don't you? 5 into 1000. Correct. Now this is in the form of ml. We have to find 8%. 8% of this. So 5 into 1000 and then 8. Here we have percentage. You have to remove this percentage, then it will give 100 in the bottom. We have already learned this thing, how it happens in the lecture number first. If you did not watch that lecture, go and please watch it, right? So we remove this percentage here, and then we got this 100 in the denominator. If you cancel this 0 with this 0, how much it will be? It is, if you multiply this with, it will give 40, and then this 0, so 400 ml. Which option do we have? The option number B we have. Now this example, look at this. 99 is what percent, or what percent less than 135, right? This kind of question we will get now. This 99 is what percent less than 135. So one thing we are very sure, that what will be there, we can solve this question by two method. First, it is asking that this 99 is what percent less. So in the bottom, what is this? Which number will come? Of course, it is asking where you see off, and then after the then whatever number you see here, you can write that number in the bottom, in the base here, 135. And this 99 is how much less than 135? So if we minus, if we subtract if we subtract this number with 99, how much we will give? 36. And we have to change into form of percentage, right? If you change, so if you divide this, how much it will give? With 5 you can divide, right? 2 times, how much it will give? uh, now 13, no, this, and then with 5 here it will give 20. Then further you can divide it with 9 3 times, and then here 4 times. Total we have how much? 80 upon 3. 80 upon 3%. This is our answer, right? And you would have noticed that we have learned one more concept. What concept was that? Instead of comparing these two numbers, we can simply do that one thing. here you have 99, right? And here you have 135. Which number can divide these two number? Tell me. There is one number, I think 9 will divide these two number, right? If you divide it with 9, it will give 11, right? And then if you divide it with 9, it will give how much? 15. It will give 15. Now instead of looking at these two number, we can look at these two number, right? Now look at 11 is less than 15, and how less? Look at what is it saying, less than. Now instead of these two number, look at these two number. 15 is more than 11, and 11 is less than 15, less than 4 actually. So you will write 4 here and 15 here, and multiply it with 100. 5, if you divide it with 5, then 5, it will give 3 here. In We can divide it, right? Now look at it. Ha, 5, it will give 20 here. Now 80 divided by 3%. Look the magic that you have got after learning that concept, right? It made our work so easy. You understood now? This question, the salary, right? See, don't look at this English, because in English it is written, right? This has nothing to do with the question. So forget it. Read the question from here. Mahesh's annual salary increased from 2 lakh to 2 lakh 40,000. So what is it saying? Find the percentage increase in the salary. It is asking us that by what percent it increased. We will solve this question with basic, and if you start doing that with basic, it will take a lot of time. So directly what you can do, uh, yeah, you have two option. You can simply write these 2 lakh and then this 20, 4 and then 0 0 like this. And then you have, no, first you will have to, in this type of question you can't do that. And first you will have to, minus from this number, from this number to this number, and whatever number you will receive or amount you will receive, then you will have to divide that number. You will have to write that number, and in the base you will have to write 2 lakh, because it is asking you how much it increased, right? And it will take lots of time. For example, this is 40,000. Here it will give 40,000. If you minus this 2 lakh from 2 lakh 40, so how much it will give? 40,000, isn't it? 40,000. And if you divide this 2 lakh and then multiply it with 100, it will kill your so much time, and then finally you will get 20% increase. But instead of doing that, we will not waste that much time. We are smart kids, so we are not going to spend that much time in the. Simply we will cancel these with these, and then this 0 with 40, sorry, wait, this 40 with this 40. Now what number we have got? 20 and 24. 20 and 24 we have got. We can further simplify it, right? if you do that, 5 you will get here. If you divide these two number with 4, 5 you will get here, and 6 you will get here. Now 5 and 6, it is saying that the salary increased by what percent. So look at this 5 and 6 instead of looking at these two big and large number. If you look at 5 and then 6, so how much it increased? It increased by 1 upon what? 5, and multiply by 100 to change into percentage. If you do that, how much you will receive? 20%. Simply answer B. You understood? I hope you are getting it. And this is so simple, right? Look at this. The cost price of an item increased from 2500 to 3000. So find the percentage increase, right? It is saying that the cost price of an item increased from 2500 to 3000. The same trick we can apply. We will cancel these two zero, these two zero, then 5 with 5 you will get here, 6 you will get here, right? Find the increase. How much it increased? 5 and 6. 5 and 6. How much it increased? 5 and 6. It increased by 1. And upon what? It increased. There is increase of 1 on 5. So 1 on 5, that means in 100 how much it will make? 20. The same, yeah, 20%. You understood? Now the next question 14, look at this. Santanu's income decreased from this 40,800 to 37,200, and find the percentage decrease, right? In this, what we can do, we can divide it and we can make it we can bring it in the form of simple. So if you remember the rule of divisibility, with what number it is divided? Look at here, 20 at the end and 36. It really tells us that it can be divided by 4, right? If you divide it, these two number with 4, how much it will give? It will give you 10700, and then this number will give you 9309. You got it? And now look at these two number. Look at these two number. The income was for 42,800, and then 37 to 36. If you divide these two number with 4, how much you will get? 10,700. Here you will get 9,309. Now instead of looking at these two number, now look at how much this 10,000 is bigger than this number, right? And how much it decreased, right? So percentage decrease, if we look at it, then 1391, it has decreased by 1391, and it has decreased on what? It is asking, earlier it was, the salary was this, right? Income was this, and later it became this. So there is decrease on this number. So 42 will go in the base, right? Now you divide these two number, right? And sorry, now we have taken the, we have taken the percentage form. We have nothing to do with that number, right? we need to compare this, because we have decreased, I mean we have subtracted this number from this number, right? So result we got 1391. in the in the base this number will come, right? This number will come. Mistakenly I wrote this number, because this number has nothing to do with this, because we have taken the simplified form of that number. You understood? Now you have to divide these two number. How much it will be? If you divide it with 107 to this number, it will give us how much? 13%. That is option A, right? You're getting it. Now question number 15, look at it. After solving this question, I'm going to wind up this video, right? Then the next we will see in the next video. The price of an electric bike was this last year. Price got decreased by 30%, 30%, and then the cost of electric bike, or the price of electric bike will be how much this year. For example, if I tell you, if you have 100 rupees, 100 rupees, if I tell you that you got increment, or your money has got increased by 30%, how much it will be? Of course you will say, sir, I had 100 rupees and now I have got 30% increase. So 100 plus 30% of 100, 30% of 100, this much. Wait, one more step I will take. 100 you had, and then you got increment of 30%. So how much you have? um you will add 30, 130. You will say, so I had 100 rupees, now I got the increment on that number, on that number, right, by 30%, and now the total rupees I have is 130. Got it? Very good, very good. Instead of writing like this, we can also write that you had 100 rupees and you got 30% increase. Directly we can write 100 upon 30 divided by 100. We can come to the same number. You understood? You had 100 rupees. Now 30% increase means, 30% increase means how much? 130. And you divide, you will get this result. I hope you understood. 130 you got. And instead, if I tell you, no, you didn't, you had 100 rupees and you didn't get increment, but this time you got loss, and your money got reduced by 30%, then how much you will have? You are very intelligent. You saw that when it was increasing, it was like 130 divided by 100, right? Now you will say, sir, this is not increasing, this time it is decreasing. How much you will write? Instead of going through that much process in the examination, you need to do that. You will say that, sir, if it is decreasing, then it will be 70 upon 100, because I'm very intelligent student. I can subtract 30 from 100. And look at this. Now you learn this, and after that 125,000, right? 70 and divided by 100, right? Directly you can get this. Now if you If you multiply this number, uh, 7, that 5, it will give 5. 7 into 5, 35. Then uh, it will give how much? 12 into 7, 7. It will give this number, right? And then the 2 0, this much. The decreased by this will be your answer, and that is in option number C. You understood this much? Okay, right. And then further question we will be solving from question number 16 in the next lecture. Till then, bye, goodbye, take care, and study hard.